Assalamu alaikum. Today I'm going to tell you about the process of data entry into SPSS. When you open SPSS, this is how it appears like. It is more like a spreadsheet with series of rows and columns. At the bottom you can see we have two tabs, the data view and the variable view. In the data view you have to write down or enter all the data that you've collected, while in variable view you have to define or specify the particulars of the variables that are under study. In name column you have to write down the name of your variable. In type you have to tell whether your data is in string or in numerics, in comma, etc. In width you have to write down the maximum number of characters that your name can have. In decimals you have to write down the maximum number that your data can be up to with respect to decimal place. For example, if your data can be up to 1 decimal place, then you have to write down 1. If 2, then 2. In label, you can write down any specific detail that you want to write briefly about your variable. In values, if you want to give any values to your data, I will be explaining and making it more clear later in the tutorial. In missing, you have to tell SPSS if your data is missing, then you enter a specific value that you need to enter over here, and then SPSS recognizes it as missing. In column, you have to specify the maximum width of the column. In alignment, you have to tell if your data should be right aligned, left aligned, or centrally aligned. Measure and role are also important. In data view, for example, let's suppose I have to enter all my data, but before that I need to specify the variables. My first variable would be participant ID. So I write You must have noticed that I didn't use space, instead I used a full stop over here, which is why, because this portion of SPSS does not recognize space. It can only recognize full stop or underscore. So if you want to write down 2 or more words, then you should go for either full stop or underscore. Now participant ID obviously has to be in numeric, and width of 8 is more. I will make it 5 or 4. I can make it 3. 3 is enough for me. You can change it according to your own data. Now I will make it 0 decimal place. I don't want to add any label. And for missing values, I want to add 999. That if any of my value would be missing, I will write 999 and SPSS should recognize it as missing. The rest of my things are perfect. My next variable would be name. Name has to be in string because obviously it has alphabets, and these alphabets are only catered by string. Now I want to increase my width. I will take it up to 15. You can increase it and decrease it. Decimal automatically becomes 0. I will add a label, name of candidate. Now you can see that this part of SPSS does recognize space. Next I will write gender. Although gender has to be male or female, but SPSS cannot recognize alphabets. It can only recognize numeric data when we have to do analysis. So we will keep it in numeric, and instead of writing down male and female, I will assign it values. 0 will mean male and 1 will mean female. I don't need any decimal place. I should make it 0 also. I will add another missing value, which is 999, and this missing value needs to be labeled as NR or no response. This needs to be done in participant ID too. Next, I want to add another characteristic, which is, let's say, marks. I want my marks to be up to 0 decimal place. I will add missing values. NR means no response. Okay. Now I want to go to data view, and over here you can see all my variables have appeared. I will write down the participant ID 12, 13, 14, 15. I will enter names: Hijab, Abiha, Sara, Ali. Now instead of writing male and female, I will write 0 and 1. 1 was for female and 0 was for male. This way. Now I will enter the marks. For example, now I've entered the marks also. So once you've entered the marks, this is how your data view appears like, and this is how your variable view appears like. If you want to change the alignment, you can make it centrally aligned or left aligned. It is totally up to you. And you can see the alignment will change all by itself. You can add as many as columns can be added, and you can add as many as rows according to your choice. So this was it for today's tutorial. I hope you've learned a lot, and if you have any questions, please feel free to ask them in the comment section. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share. Thank you.